guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope your guys' Memorial Day weekend is going relatively well. I'm not wearing one of my jerseys today. I finally had a chance to, pick up some of my work stuff and go drop that stuff off. So I'm kind of wearing one of my work shirts in a way, which is it's a very cool, very nice shirt. The back's pretty nice, and yeah, I got like about 4 or 5 of these. But I wanted to talk a little bit about jerseys today. And before I get into that, if you are new to the channel and you love hockey, whether it's any of the drama that's been going on in like Pittsburgh or Arizona, if you love jerseys, if you love the playoffs, just anything hockey related, if you love that like I do, it would be absolutely awesome. It would be so greatly appreciated if you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to be notified of any future uploads that happen, go hit the subscribe button, or obviously hit the subscribe button, but go ahead and hit the little bell if you want to be notified anytime future videos are uploaded. So, Icethetics updated their jersey watch. Now, even though this is going to be the last season for Adidas, they are still doing some new jerseys. Now, some of these we don't know what they're gonna do, but there's going to be 2 new jerseys for the Heritage Classic, which is going to be between the Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames. Now, Calgary is going to be wearing a white jersey. We're not sure what it looks like. While Edmonton, I guess, is going to be potentially throwing back to a jersey from like the 1950s, which should be interesting to see exactly what that will look like. And so, I don't know what they'll come up with, but it should be interesting for a Heritage Classic. Another team that is keeping a jersey around is the Carolina Hurricanes. Their 25th anniversary jersey that, they wore that throughout the playoffs. It looks fantastic. It's always been a great looking jersey. They're going to keep that around, and that's going to be a 3rd jersey. Now, my personal opinion, keep that one around. You make that your home jersey. You take that 25th anniversary one, you scrap the current white one that you have, make a home version of that 25th anniversary one, go back to the 2006 style, home and road, and you keep the black warning flag one. You keep that as your 3rd. That's what you do. To me, that's what you do, and I think everybody'd be happy. Just scrap that white one that says Canes down it, and just go back to that. Make the white version of the red 25th anniversary one. Make a white version of that. Keep the black one as your 3rd, and there you go. That's not, to me, that's not that hard to do, and I think that's what Carolina should do. I don't think they'll do that, at least not yet. I think they might still stick it out for another year or 2, but I think eventually, if they're going to keep that one around, that's going to eventually be their home jersey, and I think you make a white version of that. You make the white version of that. And you've got the duds from 2006, from when they won the Stanley Cup, and that's what you go with. The jersey is fantastic. It's gorgeous. The name and number kit on the back is phenomenal, and I think that's what you go with. And you still keep the black warning, the black hurricane warning flag with the big long stick with the double flag. You keep that as your alternate. And that's what I think Carolina should do. Hopefully they'll do that maybe in the next couple years. Hopefully. Now, Another team that they are talking about here is the Minnesota Wild. It's looking like they're going to do this as an alternate. They're going to do the reverse retro 2.0, the green, as an alternate. They're going to have that as their alternate. Now, my personal opinion, being that I live in Minnesota, how popular those were. You make that one your home jersey. You bring back the white version, the 1.0, and you take the current home jersey and make that the alternate. Because those North Star colors, that green North Star color was just fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. I mean, they loved it, the fans loved it, and I think that's what they should do. Bring the 1.0 version back. That can be your road jersey. The 2.0 can be the home, and you take the current home jersey, make that your alternate, and there you go. I think that to me is an easy fix for the Minnesota Wild, and I think it would be very well received, honestly. So that's kind of what I'm thinking or hoping that they would do, is just embrace the reverse retro 1 and 2.0, make that the home and road. Take the current home jersey, make that your alternate. Bam, done. The All-Star game now. The All-Star game 2024 is going to be in Toronto. That should be interesting. That should be really interesting. I'm curious of what the jersey's going to look like. Nobody really knows what the jerseys are going to look like. But as it says here, the event logo is usually released in late summer before the start of the regular season. Jerseys typically arrive much later, only often weeks before the game itself. Yeah, that's another thing that drives me crazy. Is, you don't give a whole lot of time for people to buy the All-Star jerseys. Now, the last couple of years, this is one reason why Sports K and Ben, they didn't get the All-Star jerseys from this last year, because they didn't sell. In the past, they didn't sell. Sports K still has some of the ones from 2 years ago left. So they didn't get this last set of All-Star jerseys, which of course, these ones, they flew off the shelves. I mean, they were that popular. And of course, I don't blame Ben H or Sports K for not getting them, because they didn't sell in the past. And of course, the ones they made the reverse retro style from this year looked absolutely fantastic, and of course they all sell. So, but again, how can you tell? How can you gauge that? It's kind of hard to. So it'll be interesting to see what they do for the jerseys there, and what will they do, what would they do color-wise? I don't know. Be very interesting to see, but, the All-Star game is in Toronto. The Heritage Classic, of course, pits the Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames. And it's going to be a very interesting game. I think it's on October 29th. It is going to be in Edmonton's Commonwealth Stadium, which from what the Icethetics Jersey Watch page here says, it's the first time that where did that go? It's the first time the Heritage Classic has been held in consecutive calendar years, and will be each team's third appearance. This one marks the 20th anniversary of the event. That's crazy to think about. That the Heritage Classic first started in 2003. That's insane. It's hard to think it's been that long. But and oddly enough, it debuted in the same exact stadium back in 2003. So very, very interesting for sure. And of course, it's the Battle of Alberta. How can you go wrong, right? Now, the Stadium Series game, there is 2 of them, I believe. I think they had said there's 2 of them. And the Stadium Series, it's their 10th anniversary. And yep, back-to-back games next February. One is one of them is going to be the New Jersey Devils and the Philadelphia Flyers. And the other one is going to be the New York Rangers against the New York Islanders. Those should be fun. Those are 4 teams that definitely, they're all Metro Division rivals. And they all are not that crazy about each other. So it should be a lot of fun to see what happens there. So also too, despite the NHL still has yet to officially announce a Stadium Series for the 23-24 season. Yeah, it's heavily rumored that the Tampa Bay Lightning are actively pushing to host the annual outdoor game. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Because Florida is, even during the wintertime, it's still like 75, 80 degrees in Florida. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you keep the ice at that kind of temperature. So, yeah, I don't know. But it said here, but it's worth noting the team's early home was the building now known as Tropicana Field, prior to the arrival of the Tampa Bay Rays. So, I don't know. That will be very interesting to see how that happens. But, interesting. A Stadium Series in Florida. Let me know what you guys think of that one. Do you think Florida getting a Stadium Series game? You think that's a good idea? Can the ice hold up? Love to know what you guys think on that. The Winter Classic in 2024. This one's going to be neat. It's the Vegas Golden Knights against the Seattle Kraken, and it's in Seattle. This will take place on New Year's Day at T-Mobile Park, which I believe that's not T-Mobile Park. I'm trying to think if that's where the Mariners. No, I don't think that's where the Mariners play, but I'm not positive on that. But this is also the first time that the 2 newest franchises are gonna be having an outdoor game. And of course, it says here, being recent expansion franchises, neither club will have direct throwback jerseys. Well, the Seattle Kraken, from what I was hearing, may go back to a Seattle Metropolitans inspired jersey, which I look forward to seeing what they do on that. And potentially seeing that Kraken logo on like a Metropolitan style throwback. That could be a lot of fun to see. Vegas, I don't know what they're going to do, but we'll have to see. But should be a fun Winter Classic. By the way, little side note here. Best root beer ever. 1919 root beer. Fantastic. It's actually brewed right here in Minnesota. Awesome root beer. Great for root beer floats. Go check them out. They have the best root beer out there. How many drinks can you say actually are made in real bar kegs and put on tappers in bars? These guys can. So go check them out. Fantastic root beer. Now, back to the jersey talk here. The New York Rangers apparently they're thinking of bringing a third into existence, which might be the reverse retro, the 2.0 reverse retro, which I'm all for. I am all for that. The reverse retro 2.0 Lady Liberty jersey was fabulous. A fabulous looking jersey. I'm all for them bringing that back because it looked awesome on the ice. It really did. It almost looked better than the current home and road jerseys. So I'm all for them bringing that one back, and hopefully they do. And we'll have to see. We'll have to see, obviously, but it would be awesome if they brought the Reverse Retro 2.0 back as an alternate. Even though some people, the whole, well, Reverse Retros were only supposed to be a one-time deal. I'm all for, especially the ones that sold well, I'm all for that. Bring those back. I had said that from the Reverse Retro 1.0 when it came to the Arizona Coyotes and the Los Angeles Kings. Bring those back, because they were so popular and such incredible sellers, and they looked awesome. So, I mean, I'm all for if teams want to bring the Reverse Retros back. Whether it's the 1.0 or the 2.0, I'm all for it. Bring them back. They look fabulous on the ice. The Philadelphia Flyers, of course, they're in the market. They're coming out with new home and road jerseys next year. Now, not sure exactly what they're going to look like, but it's going to be a more darker orange. It's not going to be that blaze orange that you would see, if you're out deer hunting or whatever. Which, honestly, I like that. I like that Dayglow orange. I think it looks nice. But they are going back to a more traditional orange. And apparently it's supposed to be inspired by the 1980s. Like their 1980s jerseys. So it kind of makes me wonder if they're basically going back to the style they had in the 80s and 90s. Are they just bringing that style back? I don't know. Should be interesting to see though. And I know with a couple of these, with me and my weird memory, I can't remember what ones Ben said he was going to get. I think he said he was going to get those ones, but I'm not positive on that. I might have to email him and ask him that again, because I'm just, again, I know he told me. I can't remember right offhand. But the darker orange should look good, and I'm glad I still have the Dayglow orange, but I know when we see that one, that should be interesting, and I do plan on getting that one. Now, of course, the Kraken, of course, they're going to try to revive a Metropolitan style theme Winter Classic jersey, which should be really interesting. And because if you've seen like the Seattle Metropolitan jerseys, it's like a barber pole style. It's like, when you look at the Ottawa Senators old alternate logo, it's kind of got that barber pole feel with the S on the front. I think it'd be interesting to see what the Kraken come up with, maybe using their current colors, and where with the S there, you put the Kraken logo. I think that could look really, really interesting. A barber pole style jersey. That'll be fun. That'll be fun to see if the Kraken do that. Then another one is, here when it comes to Tampa. Tampa's looking like they might bring back their old black third. The jersey type that they wore back in 2004 when they won the Stanley Cup. Which I'm all for. They do that, that'd be fantastic. I honestly, my thought is, you're bringing back Reverse Retros. You want a Lightning jersey as a third. You take their Reverse Retro 1.0 and you make that the third. That jersey was fantastic looking. That blue on the front, the Reverse Retro 1.0 was fantastic. The black version is awesome too. And honestly, if I had the choice, I'd use the Reverse Retro 1.0 as the home jersey. You make a white version of that, and then the black style that you had in 2004, that's your third. Because it's looking like the black version is going to be the third jersey anyway. Which, again, I'm all for. I love that. I love the way that logo looked, and it should be a lot of fun. So, and of course Vegas, they're kind of tight-lipped on the Winter Classic jersey. We don't know what they're going to come up with, but it could be based on the reverse retro 1.0 or 2.0, or it could be something totally original, or it could be based on some of the, on like the ECHL, the ECHL's Las Vegas Wranglers, and the early 2000s in the Southwest Hockey League, the Las Vegas Gamblers of the 1960s. So, we'll see. The Reverse Retro 1.0 was based on the Las Vegas Thunder, and the Reverse Retro 2.0 was just I think it was kind of also based on that one, but they just put a word mark over that one that glowed in the dark, which is still fabulous. But those are kind of the jersey designs that Icethetics talked about in their Jersey Watch, and it should be interesting to see exactly what they do. And let me know what you guys think. Do you think some of these teams should bring some of the jerseys back and make them, instead of the alternates, make them their homes, like Carolina and Minnesota? I'd love to know what you guys think about that. Again, it'd be awesome. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell too if you want to be notified of any future videos. Go ahead and do that if you haven't done that already. And yeah, Jersey talk, fun stuff. I will see you guys later.